Every year, tens of thousands of refugees come to the UK, looking for a safe place to call home. Each and every single one of them with a home, with traditions, with holidays, with family. Each and every one of them with a story. Risking everything so that their families could be safe.
I wasn't really care of myself. Always I was on the caring of my family and to support them and even protect them. And if someone, sometimes they need me, I goes close to them, or even if they need to, I stay far for the protection again from them. I goes far from them.
These people are our neighbors, the people we see in the market, the people we see in the streets. They go to school with us, they volunteer with us, and most of them have lived lives that we can't even comprehend. They've been through things that we will never understand. So let's hear their stories.
Our country is politically, it is not a stable country, and we have pressures on people who have a right to speak. So if you think about the Europe, which is popular with human rights, freedom of speech, we're lack of these in our country. We feel that that pressure make people to leave out the country or to get jailed for their thoughts, ideas, and I was one of them.
Adem was sent to jail in his country for posting about something he believed that was against the government.
So I had an ordinary life with a good job in a government, but because of my political views, which was opposed to our government, I had pressure. But the thing is, the character is the character, so you can't change your views due to some guys who are on the power, so they dictate what they think, you must accept or refuse. I chose the second one, refusing. And then it started. How to call this? Blackmail? Yeah, blackmail. And then I found myself under arrest. And I spent many days with some tortures, and finally they got my all details of the social media where I post. They deleted everything, uh, and then they made me to promise that I won't do that again. Thinking of that, I said, yes, okay, no worries. I won't do that again. After release, I decided not to leave anymore in that country because of the safety. So one day, I decided to move out.
The first reason that we left, it was because the Taliban ordered the women not to come outside of the house. My wife was a university lecturer. She has a bachelor degree in English literature and a master's degree in public policy from Washington University. So the first step was that she should be at home. The second reason, there was another order came from the Taliban that the girls cannot go to a school after grade 6. So my daughter, she was at 6th grade and she couldn't go to a school and she was at home.
Without his wife being able to work, it was now Hamid's full responsibility to provide for the family.
The only way to find a job was to go to the government. There are some like municipality or other places that needs engineers. I tried my best to find a job. The last interview that I had everything. It means that job was mine completely because I had an engineering degree, I had the skills, I had the experiences for a long time. Even I had the skills to speak, I was able to speak English. It means lots of things that I could get the job. I was waiting in the waiting area. Someone came to me and told me that the boss, just like this, he told me that the boss wants to see you. I said, okay. I thought with myself that, finally, I got the job. When I entered the office, I saw someone sitting there. I just start saying hello and everything to him. When I speak to him, he said, okay, I have 3 questions from you. I said, okay, good. He said, you're a good engineer, you have everything in your CV. I have just read your CV. But the first question was that, are you a member of the Taliban group? I said, no. As everything is in my CV, I am an ordinary person, individual in this society. I was not part of any political or military groups, and that's it. He said, okay, is there anyone in your family is a member of the Taliban, or they called Mujahideen? I said, no. And the third question was that, is there anyone from your family is part of the IED groups? Those guys who are suicide themselves among the people, explode themselves. I said, no. He said, so I'm really sorry. We cannot give you this position because this position is for those people who are a member of the Taliban or a family member of them in Taliban group or a member of their family had been in IED operations. So when I came out of his office, I thought about myself, I thought about my family, and I thought about my future. That, okay, when there is no work, when there is no school, when the woman is not allowed to go out for work, and no one knows for how many years this will take.
The reason that's why I left the country, that one time when we have been traveling to China with the ship which I worked on, then in one of the ports, I met a few journalists on that time, and they tried to asking us about the shipping, the insurance, and also between the question, some political about the countries and happens with the people. And I gave them a right answer to all the questions they have. But they never I have been scared from the nothing. Maybe that was my problem. But on the way back, to where I have received a message to, if you can, try to leave the ship. And because they are now looking for you, they have heard about you, and they know what you say. Your previous things, the problem which when the government, they have done it to you. Again, they may try to put you in a jail, and if they do it this time, that can be for a long time, or maybe there's something different happening. Then the next our stop in a port, it was in India, in Goa. And in Goa, I left the ship. And then I goes to one of my friends who was at that time, he was an English student on Goa. I goes in his room, and then after the 2 days, I get the flight ticket straight to. And then with the car, I came to the north, and I came then to. In 3 days, I left all borders. I passed all borders, and I came to the.
This is just a small sample size of the stories that we're surrounded with here in the UK. It feels like all we hear are the bad stories, but there's so much more. The countries these people come from are beautiful. There's so much life in these places.
I hope in my life there will be a chance to go back to the country, and even a chance for me to get, for example, my friends and those who I know. I will show you that what natural resources and natural beauty is. You wouldn't believe that.
How will we know these things unless we ask? How will we be able to ask unless we meet people? Let's meet somebody today. Let's ask their story.